Image copyright Getty Images Image caption Some internet addiction boot camps employ military-style discipline in treating patients. A Chinese teenager has died days after he was sent to an internet addiction treatment center, reigniting criticism of these controversial institutions. The 18-year-old had allegedly sustained multiple injuries, and the center's director and staff members have been held by police, according to reports. The incident took place earlier this month in eastern Anhui province. China has seen a proliferation in so-called boot camps aimed at treating internet and gaming addictions. Some are known for the military-style discipline and have been criticized for overly harsh practices. In the latest incident in Anhui, the teenager's mother, surnamed Lu, said her son had developed a serious internet addiction which she and her husband were unable to help. The parents then decided to send their son to a center in Fuyang City which touted to use a combination of psychological counseling and physical training to treat children for their internet addictions, reported the Anhui Shangbao newspaper. You might also be interested in Chinese teen girl's mother after being sent to internet bootcamp. Film shows how Chinese internet addicts are treated. Lu dropped off her son on the night of the 3rd of August. 2 days later, the parents were informed that the son had been rushed to the hospital, where he later died. The exact cause of the teenager's death is not known, but the parents said they were told by doctors who examined the son's body that he had sustained more than 20 external injuries, as well as several internal injuries. They were allowed to see his body in the mortuary. My son's body was completely covered with scars, from top to toe. When I sent my son to the center he was still fine. How could he have died within 48 hours? Lu was quoted as saying in Anhui Shangbao. State broadcaster CCTV said the center's director and 4 teaching staff have been held by police, and authorities have shut down the center while investigations are ongoing. Lack of education. In the wake of the incident, many online and in-newspaper editorials called for tighter regulation of addiction treatment centers but also criticized the teenager's parents. In the end, this is due to a lack of family education, said one commenter on microblogging platform Sina Weibo. An editorial by the Mingguang daily paper noted that some parents, upon discovering the problem, fail to reflect on the responsibility to educate, and instead want to seek third parties' help in solving the problem. Image copyright Getty Images Image caption Some treatment centers, like this one in Beijing, do EEG tests to record the electrical activity in patients' brains. Addiction boot camps have grown in number across China in recent years. Some are run out of government hospitals while others are private centers or schools. They remain popular despite growing controversy over some centers' practices, such as beating patients and electroshock therapy, and a string of shocking incidents. Last year, a teenager reportedly killed her mother for sending her to a center where she was allegedly abused. Trent Bax of Ifar Women's University, who has researched Chinese internet addiction, says many centers use emotive power advertising which appeal to parents who want a quick fix solution to the child's problems. The parents are also acting in response to a very real fear that the only child's successful future may never be realized because they refuse to stop gaming and start studying, he told the BBC. In some cases, says Professor Bax, parents may also hold the traditional view of education that permits the use of violence to straighten out a delinquent child. Chinese authorities have begun cracking down, and earlier this year drafted laws which, if passed, would explicitly prohibit abusive treatment of internet addicts such as electroshock therapy. Companies have also moved to limit minors' excessive online gaming. Last month, internet giant Tencent began imposing restrictions on gaming hours for young users of one of its most popular games.